Hey, how's it going? Spotlight Sunday episode 2, and today I'm with my good friend Nori, Fitness by Nori. We've done a few podcasts together, and I'm excited to have her on today. How do I find her? Hope everyone's having a nice weekend. Hope everyone's enjoying their day. Then if you press request to join. Right. Yeah, no, if you press request, I should be able to accept you in. Go live. Hey,
Adam, hi.
how are
Can
you?
you hear
You
me
alright?
okay? Or do I need to put on my
Yeah,
headset? Let me see.
no, it's all good. Just to see.
What about now? Is that better?
Yeah, it's perfect. It's fine.
Cool beans.
It's all
How are
good.
you?
Yeah, really well. Thank you. Really well. Just having a chill day today. Yeah, been all good. It's great to connect with
Good.
you again. Have you been okay?
Yes.
How are
I've been
things?
good. I've been good. It's of course it's been raining down here, so these sinuses and it's crazy, crazy. But I said, you got to know that I love me some Adam if he get me fresh face early in the morning.
Yeah, because what time is it there now? 8 o'clock in Texas.
Yeah, now it's 8:17. Yeah. Yeah,
Oh, that's good. Do you usually get up early?
I
Do you usually
do.
get up?
So
Yeah.
normally I'm up about 4:30. But
Mm,
I do this whole morning regimen workout and all that on Saturdays
yeah.
and Sundays. I try to sleep in a little late. I
Yeah.
usually don't make it past 6 o'clock. Yeah,
And I suppose in your industry that you're in, because you're in the fitness industry and you do a lot of coaching, you do a lot of classes.
right.
Um, do you do that kind of first thing in the morning? Do you kind of do like morning classes and that kind of thing, or do you like go to them?
My classes are actually in the evening. I do clients, personal training clients, first thing in the morning. Of course,
Yeah,
I do my personal training. I train in the morning as well. But
yeah,
my clients are in the mornings. I do have some clients in the evening, but most of my clients are early morning, 6 a.m., 7. I don't do any clients other than this one VIP client on Sundays, and that's
yeah,
because he drives trucks, and so
yeah.
those are like the days, Saturday, Sunday, Mondays are the days that he has
You
available.
can do.
And so yeah, he's on Sundays at like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock sometimes, depending on
Yeah,
his schedule.
that's okay. I mean, it's nice that you can work around people's schedules and book them in. You know, if they can't make other days, you can
Absolutely.
accommodate for them. And like, we've done a few podcasts together, and we usually talk about like kind of what you do. And I was just thinking, like, when you're talking about morning, like morning routines, how important it is to try and have a healthy routine or try and have a time to go and work out. I mean, everyone's got different schedules, but do you think like a lot of it is just showing up and just kind of having that discipline to just kind of go and do it?
Morning routines are very, very important. And not just morning routines, just routines, period, are very important. But because it gives you structure for your life and for your day. But morning routines are particularly important because how you start anything is how you finish anything, right? And so if you
Yeah.
start off in the morning and you know what you're doing and you're setting intentions for your day, then your day, you're
Mm,
going to intentionally set up a good day. And so
mm,
making sure that you get up, get those morning regiments out the way, right? Like cleansing your face and brushing
yeah.
your teeth and things like that, showering, right? Then making sure that you get your morning coffee or your oatmeal or whatever the case may be. Hitting the gym and things like that, right? For me, my morning
Mm,
routine consists of um before I even hit the floor, I'm showing gratitude. I'm laying there just being thankful that I'm able to, breathe today, that I'm able to see the ceiling this morning, and things like that.
Mm.
Some people didn't wake up on this side of
Yeah.
earth this morning, believe it or not. We take it for granted that we're just going to get up in the morning, but some people don't wake up in the morning.
Mm.
It's their time to go. So I first off, I start my day before I even hit the floor with gratitude, just saying thank you. Then when I hit the
Mm.
floor, I do my, regimen as far as, just washing my face really quick, brushing my
Yeah.
teeth, nothing extra because I'm about to hit the gym.
Yeah.
So I hit the gym, I work out, I do my thing. And then once I'm done with that, then I come back, I cleanse my face, I shower, I do all of that. And then I sit down and I read something. I listen to, while I'm showering or while I'm brushing my teeth and stuff like that, I'm listening to a podcast or I'm listening to something inspirational, Eric Thomas or Bishop T.D. Jakes, Sarah Jakes, I'm listening to something inspirational. Um, and then from there, I, read 12 pages of something, right? I think the last time I spoke to you, I was reading a book talking about how we eat for the brain, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I read something and then from there, that starts my day because then I start like my clients or whatever. Like I say, some of my clients are as early as 6 o'clock. So, that means that I have to get mine in really early at like 4, and
Yeah.
then start everything. And then I'm ready for my clients at 6. And then I go to work from there. So after that, of course, I do human resources. So I do
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
of that. And then in the evenings, I do a evening client, a couple of evening clients, and then I do my classes at 8 o'clock. And then from 8 to 9, after that, shower and I'm in the bed. Most of the time, I'm
Mm.
reading something to put me to sleep, or I'm trying to catch some TV or something in which I
Yeah.
hardly I hardly I hardly ever watch TV. So normally if I turn on something, then the TV end up looking at me.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's really great what you're doing, and I think like having that healthy routine, like you said, it kind of gives you like a sense of purpose as well. Getting up and doing something as well,
Yeah.
um, and having that good routine and planning it effectively. And I think everyone works differently, but I think you have to have that routine in some sense or something to do. And I think, like you said, in terms of your diet and your sleep, it's all kind of connected, isn't it? Your lifestyle, your sleep, how many hours you sleep, what you do. And I think a lot of the time we're kind of impacted by, social media, our phone or TV, lights and noise. And I think it's trying to have that kind of downtime, that right time to kind of start kind of winding down. Sometimes
I was
I
just
will go,
thinking about
yeah,
that. I was thinking about that
yeah,
today, Adam. And I think social media has gotten us so jacked up, right? For a lack of
mm,
better word. I mean, social media. I looked at this movie on Netflix called The Social Dilemma.
oh yeah, I saw that, yeah,
It is so horrible. Like it has us so messed up. And it was
mm,
intentional. It's
yeah,
done intentionally. And so I think, you know, um, that saying is when you know better, you do better. I don't think
mm,
that that's always true because sometimes we can know and we just don't do anything about it. So I think
mm,
just trying to educate our your viewers or your followers or whatever and let them know some things to look into. The Social Dilemma on Netflix. If you would go and look at that, guys, I think it would really, really help you out a lot in terms of how we're operating right now as it relates to social media, how we're always on our phones or our computers, our tablets. It's designed to make us do that. And
mm,
I think it's very important what you said that we have to have downtime the way that the body was created, and we we don't know everything that the body is designed to do because people find amazing things come out of the body all the time, right?
mm,
So And that's one of the reasons why I love David Goggins, because he just found an
Yeah.
amazing way to
What
like beat his body to the next level, right?
what do you always
But
say is like, stay hard.
yes, they are. So I think that the body was created so amazing, but one of the things that is necessary for the body to function properly is
Mm,
rest. Is
yeah.
rest. You cannot sit up and look at these gadgets and gadgets all day and not expect to have problems with your vision. You can't
Mm,
sit and look at it all day and expect
mm,
for your head not to hurt or not to have some type of side effect, right?
yeah.
Because we were not designed to do that.
Yeah.
The body has to have some. There are three things that are needed, right? That are absolutely needed to live, right? One is what? Oxygen.
Yeah.
The other one is water, right? Because the body is comprised of 60%, depending on what you read. Some say 70, 80% water, right? And you need nutrients at some level, right? In order to live consistently, all right? You don't have to have food all day, every day. I mean, you've heard of people fasting for 40 days. People eat,
Yeah.
intermittent fasting every other day, but you have to have nutrients of some level, right?
Mm,
But the body heals itself when you rest, okay?
mm,
When you go to the hospital, if something were to happen, God forbid, and you have to be in the hospital, they they normally give you medicine to make you
mm,
sleep a lot, to rest a lot. So a lot of people are like, I don't like to be in the hospital because I don't like to sleep all the time. Well, you're
yeah.
in the hospital so that you can heal, right? And the body heals itself when you rest. There have even been times where the hospital will put you in an induced coma. They will
Mm,
induce the coma so that you can rest and your body
mm,
can do what it needs to do to realign itself so that it can heal.
mm,
So if you don't ever get rest, then how can you expect to heal? You
mm.
know, I had a lady ask me, she was like, how do you look so young?
Yeah.
And when I tell people my real age, they're like, no, no way. I've been saying I'm 27 for about 20 years, right? But so it's because I make sure that I have a regimen, I
Mm,
get rest, I don't stress. Like I don't put myself in unnecessary stress. You know,
mm,
crazy relationships, whether it be, outside of your family or inside of your family. I don't do it because this is the life that God has given me. Everybody doesn't believe in God, but whatever deity you believe in, this is the life that God has given me. And I am going to honor it in the best way that I know possible, and that is following those principles of taking care of me. This is the only house that I'm going to be given to walk through this earth. So I need to make sure I take care of this house so that it
mm.
can it can carry me for as long as I'm here.
Yeah.
Now, everybody don't have the same desire. Some people don't have the desire to be able to run at 90. You know, nobody's going to be driving me around at 90 years old. Nobody's going to be holding my arm, calling me, saying, oh, come on, ma'am, or whatever. I'm going to be kicking it and moving it on my own.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and you start doing that because you do things early on that lead you to that. It doesn't just happen overnight. You have
Yeah.
to make plans, you have to be intentional about living a good life. And so,
Mm.
one thing that you said, to bring it back, sleep is very necessary, rest is very necessary.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely. I really agree with you. And I think like, when you talk about rest and sleep and recuperation, I think it kind of, how you live your life, it all kind of impacts and compounds on
Absolutely.
you are, how you look, how you feel. And, if you say look after yourself for a certain amount of time, say when in your teens up until say you're 30, then, when you're 40, that will just compound in your health and you'll be able to do certain things compared to some people that may have not looked after themselves in their teens, or they may have abused their bodies in some way, and then it's going to impact on how you look and how you feel. And I think it's really important. I think like I said with social media, a lot of people are kind of caught in that, and I think we've all been guilty of it in some way. But you have to kind of recognize that balance with it. And sometimes before I go to bed, I might be on my phone, and I'm like, okay, I need to put it down now. I have to kind of draw that line. Or if I'm editing a podcast and it's late at night and I've got work in the morning, I'm like, I've got to draw a line here but I've done it where I recognize how it feels the next day if you don't draw that line, and then you feel tired and you've got a headache. And I think, like you said, the things you engage in, like, we're not really designed to be staring at screens for certain periods of time. And it's like you have to get out, go for a walk, get in the fresh air, do something where you have a break from it. Or like in my job, I'm sitting down, in an office, and I have to get out. I have to take breaks where I stand up, and I'm not sat down. I'm not, because I'm not used to that. Whereas, I think sometimes people might get complacent sometimes, and they just get stuck in that rut where they're sitting down and they don't even realize how the position of their back or their posture, or how people kind of don't always take notice of how they're feeling. And then they're like, oh crap, I'm feeling, then they reach a point where then they have to kind of seek help or whatever. Do you find that sometimes in clients or people, they kind of go through, I don't know, certain patterns until they reach a certain point, and then they start kind of taking action on certain things?
Absolutely. I mean, a body that's in motion stays in motion. A body that's sedentary, it stays sedentary, right? So if your body is in motion, it stays in motion. So you just keep moving. I did a live on that one day with one of my clients, and I just said, keep moving, just keep freaking moving. A lot of times we get comfortable, like you said, because that's like the thing to do, right? We want to live this life to where we're comfortable. We don't have to do anything, but we get everything. That's just not natural. But social media has made us think that we can gain things like that, and that's just not normal. You have to work for it, meaning you have to get up and move. Not saying that you even have to work hard, but you have to do something. I see people that when I'm working out on like Sundays, I normally try to get outside on the weekends, and I see older people, and I mean, they look so good. They're just moving. They may have a walking cane, or they may have a stick. Most of them aren't even using it though. They're holding it. I guess it's just, just in case they need balance or whatever, but they're doing their thing. But that's because they've made a choice to get up and move. If you're sitting in the office, if you're sitting down all the time, I noticed that a lot of times you'll have problems with your hips, and you'll have that little pudge at the bottom of your stomach, because you're not giving your stomach that movement or that activation that it needs. And you'll have problems with your hip, like your hip flexors. All you're doing is sitting there all day. So you have to, you want to get out and you want to stretch, like you said, stand up, move, walk to the restroom, to the water cooler, move around a little bit. A lot of times you will get healing if you would just get outside in the elements. Being outside is the best form of healing, because nature is where we came from. So get outside in the sun. That's your vitamin D. Put your feet on the ground, so that you can get grounded. Use what you have around you. Everything that we need is here. So you don't need the social media all the time. I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand that's the world that we're living in. So if that's the business that we're doing, like right now, we're here, we're on social media, whatever, right? I understand that. But that shouldn't be 90% of your day, and then you're trying to heal yourself the other 10. Like, come on.
I know. You can't expect to have certain results if you're putting in a certain amount of time in one area and wanting certain. You have to put in that work to work out to have those results. If it doesn't work both ways. You have to kind of have that balance and sacrifice. You have to because it's like, you know, you could be, say, working in an office and then say, on these days, I'm going to show up, I'm going to be accountable, and this is where I want to be. And I think
Right.
that's helped me. And sometimes, like, kind of knowing that good feeling, that motivates me. If you say, when I do work out, if I do go for a swim or whatever, I feel good afterwards. And it's that kind of
Right.
motivation to go and do it. Whereas, you know, I think people like get comfortable and then they sit down and then they kind of, I think, get distracted sometimes, possibly. But you know, like you said, we're designed to go out. We're not designed to be sat in one place. You know, we're designed to be doing and moving around.
Right. I mean, especially right now, like during the pandemic or whatever, you know, a
Mm,
lot of people are working from home. I mean, utilize this time to think outside the box. You know, grab your little dinner table, your little, you know, I don't know if you guys have those little tray, little TV tables that you put your food on when you're looking at TV. Grab that,
we
sit
do
it
have them.
outside on the,
Yeah.
you know, sit it outside on the porch and, you know, and do your work
Mm,
outside on the porch. You know,
mm.
you're getting air, fresh air, you know, you're getting sunlight and things of that nature. You know, I have girlfriends, they're like, girl, I'm not sitting outside. I don't like the
Yeah.
bugs. Well, you know what? The bug, fan the bugs out the way. You're getting, you know, you're getting what you need from the elements or whatever. We have to
Yeah.
think outside the box. We have to.
Mm, yeah. No, definitely. There's always another way around doing something, isn't there? You know,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I really love your content and you know everything that you do, and you know you always put out really great posts on like nutrition and you know fitness, and you know you're always putting awesome content because you're doing like many different projects. You know you do these live sessions where you do like workouts, and you know you do your workouts as well. Like, is it in Texas? Is it you do them? You have like a place that you do them in person as well.
Correct. I am in Texas. I do them in person here at 3711 West Camp Wisdom. It's at the TBF Studios on Tuesdays and Thursday evenings at 8 p.m. and on Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. Here lately, my Saturday classes have been light. So I was like, I don't know if I need to pull off the Saturdays because we have, you know, little league, the parents and stuff are going to
Yeah,
the little league games and stuff like that. And so
that's
they're not
baseball,
showing
right?
up. I'm sorry, football.
That's that
Yeah.
baseball, is it? Little league.
Yeah, little league football.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, football. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And so they're doing stuff like that. And so, you know, because my class is at 10 o'clock in the morning, I think that that's affecting that. But I may just, you know, do it online, just do them live
Mm,
or whatever earlier so that they
mm.
can get, you know, so that the parents can get their workout in and stuff before they take their kids. But I found that the little leagues that they're having to be there at like 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm like on a Saturday morning. But yeah, they start early. So
No excuse for other people if
yeah.
they.
Yeah, but I do it in person. I do them on live, online and everything. So, any way that I can help you, assist you with your health and wellness goals, I'm here to
Mm,
help. And we can talk about any, you know, any number of ways to help. Like I said, social media is here to help us. You know, we have all the
mm.
platforms. It's just not something you want to do all the time.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It's that fine balance with it, isn't it? And having a bit of time away, and you feel better for doing that. I think sometimes as well. Um,
Absolutely.
and like it must be rewarding, you know, when you see people come to your sessions and you see them like develop and grow as well, and you see them, you know, work on their craft, and you help see them develop in what they're
Right.
doing.
Well, the thing that helps, or the thing that I like the most, when I'm dealing with my clients are the mental aspect. I try to tap into the mental off the top. And when I talk about the total body experience, that's what I'm talking about. Mind, body, and soul. Like you go all the way in. That's why my content, I talk about nutrition, I talk about the fitness part of it. I give different quotes to help with the mind. I want to, you know, the total body, the well-roundedness. The mind is an amazing thing, just like the body. But the
Mm,
mind is what governs the body. So if you have a weak mind, you will have a weak body. If you
mm,
have a weak mind, you will have a weak life
mm,
because life is difficult. It doesn't have to be, but the way that the world is operating, there's so many different things going on all at the same time.
Mm.
And you have to be able to navigate those busy waters. You can't jump into every fight that there is out there. You just can't. It's no way that you would even have the the physical fortitude to fight
Mm.
every fight, you know. So therefore you have to make sure that mentally you're able to navigate those waters. You pick your fights, right? You can't fight
Yeah.
every fight. Pick your battles. Make sure that you do things to the finish. Don't just,
Mm.
don't just jump in everything that comes along, you jump in or whatever. Make sure you go to the finish on something. you know,
Mm.
when you're starting things, go in them to finish.
Mm.
Don't just jump on everybody wants you to be here and there. What do you want to do?
Mm.
The mind is so powerful. It will do whatever your mind tells your body, it
Mm.
will do it. So the
Mm.
thing is, just make sure that mentally you're ready to do these different things. And so that's one of the things that I like to focus in on ultimately is that mind, that mental resilience, that fortitude. I like
Mm.
that part. And it normally carries people through the workout. And here lately, that's what I'm saying, like in the workout. I'm like, you can do this. I know it's like they'll start to slow down or they'll start to tire.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, you can do this. I know what you're telling yourself right now. Don't tell yourself you can't do it or you're tired. Tell yourself you got this. We're almost there. We're almost there. And
Mm.
so you'll find them like find that extra kick and they'll keep going. So yeah,
Yeah.
I love
No, I
that
love.
part. I love my
Yeah.
job.
Yeah. No, I love that you love what you do as well, and I love that you
Yeah.
know it's it is really key, like your mindset, like you said, it's not just a physical element, it's that mental element as well. And I remember one of my coaches said, your mind will give up before your body does, and it's like, your mind, like with pain, is something difficult. You're thinking, I can't do this. And it's like, well, if you're thinking that it's going to impact on your body, it's that kind of coincides with your body, isn't it? And I think it's really important, like you said, just to keep going. And I like Kevin Hart, and he said a similar thing to what you said. Like, I don't start something and not finish it. Like you
Yeah.
you do it. Figure all the way, and
Right.
and you feel that benefit afterwards. And I think, like you said, in life, there's a lot of different. Life is very, very difficult for sometimes with some people. Sometimes it's difficult even more so for other people. And I think, but in those difficult times, it's where you kind of grow. And I think sometimes even that at the time you may not really kind of think about it or know at the time that you are growing in that process, if that makes sense. Like, it's difficult. You might be going through things emotionally, or even if that's training in fitness or whatever that may be, what people go through. It's You can use that, I think, as motivation to kind of probably push you through doing physical fitness. Sometimes I think if you're going through something like lifting a weight that's difficult or doing a workout, you can think back to something that you've pushed through in the past, and you're like, well, if I
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. Oh my God. Like when I tell people that I have cried in personal training, they're like, what? Like not Miss Butterfly Beast. Like she ain't.
Yeah.
But life just has a way of delivering things to you. And it doesn't say, oh, I'm gonna deliver it to you today because you're not training. I'm gonna give it to
Mm.
you tomorrow when everything is calm. No, it doesn't say that. Life happens. And
Mm.
so when I'm in training, I'm digging in and I'm digging deep and I'm pushing through or whatever. And sometimes, it has been a time where I was in training and I just started crying.
Mm.
And my coach knew that don't baby me because I'm just a different girl, right?
Yeah.
I'm Miss Butterfly Beast. So don't baby me, right? So he didn't even say, like, what's wrong? Are you okay? He didn't say nothing. Like, go ahead, hit this next set. Like, do this. He didn't even acknowledge the tears, right? And you have to have people around you that know you and that can push you to, push you to that next level without dealing with, getting all into the emotional part, because sometimes when you deal with your emotions, it will lead you to somewhere totally different, right?
Mm.
Away from what it is that you're trying to do. And so when I tell people that I've cried during training before, it was one time I posted a picture, and I was doing this, you know, whatever it was that he had me doing, and obviously it was tough. And
Yeah.
I leaned over and I gripped both ends of the mat, and I was crying. But
Oh,
on the
snap.
picture you can't tell that I was crying. And when he sent me the picture, I was like, hell, I forgot I was crying when I saw those muscles in my back. I was like, oh, that's a tough picture right there. And so I posted it, and I said, yes, I was crying on this picture, during training. And if you want to
Yeah.
know why, then read below or whatever. And so, and
Yeah.
I told that story because a lot of times people think of professional trainers, that they don't go through anything, or that they don't have problems, or that they can push through this or that. Well, that's what makes me different from any other
Mm.
trainer, because
Mm.
9 times out of 10 I've gone through the things that you're going through. I can read when you're about to give up because I've been there. I can
Mm.
tell when you're getting down on yourself because I've been there. I can
Mm.
tell when you're saying negative stuff to yourself versus stuff that you're pushing yourself forward because I've been there, and I know
Mm.
the signs and I can read them. I pay attention to my clients too. So I know what client I can say, man, get that out your head and let's roll. And I know
Yeah.
that one that I can say, come on, boo, push through, get
Yeah.
past that mind trash. Come on, let's go. You got this. Come on, you got that.
Mm.
Like, you have to know who you're working with and who you're dealing with. And that's what makes me different from other
Mm.
trainers. I'm not going to sit here and baby you. I'm not. I'm going to give you what
Yeah.
you need, but I guarantee you we're going to get the results that you're looking for.
Mm. I
Yeah.
love that. I love that. And I think it's that empathy, isn't it, that you have? You have that connection, that empathy, and you understand the people you're working with, and you're not overlooking that and just seeing them and the workout. It's like, who they
Right.
are and understanding that, engaging with that.
Right. Because people, they'll say, and I've had someone that to say this to me, but I had to show them pictures. They're like, you woke up like that. You don't have to wear it. And I was like, the lies you tell. And
Yeah.
I had to show them pictures. um, you know, I'm only 5'1". And at my heaviest, I was almost 200 pounds. I was 198 pounds. And
Mm.
yes, it hurts. It hurt when you want to run. It hurt when you can't hardly breathe, and you're trying to go up the stairs, and you're doing squats and your knees hurt. And yeah, like, I've been there, but I can tell you the things to do. Yeah, we're going to do this workout and it's
Mm.
going to hurt.
Mm.
But I can tell you some things to do to help you to get through that, till you lose a 10 pounds, till you lose 20 pounds, till you lose
Mm.
30 pounds. And now you're like, oh, I don't even feel that anymore. I can
Mm.
tell you the things to help you get there so that you don't give up during the process, because the
Mm.
result is what we're looking for. We're trying to get
Mm.
that result that you're wanting, and you're going to get it. If you stay here and you push through, you're going to get the results you're looking for.
Yeah. No, definitely. Definitely. And I think, like you said, like it's going to be painful and it might be difficult during that certain workout or whatever it is. But then if you keep doing that and you keep hammering away at it over time, that say someone's got 20 reps to do and it might be really difficult for them. If you keep doing that, then over like probably a couple of weeks or however many times you engage in it, that 20 reps is no longer painful because you've surpassed that and your body's adapted to it and you've grown.
Right.
And then you then probably move on to 40 reps or 50. And then over time, that's no longer painful because you just
Right.
continuously adapt to it.
Yeah. And I want to put this out there, Adam. That thing that it is that you hate during
Mm.
workout is the thing that you need to go after. You
Mm.
need to do that thing until you say, I love this, right?
Mm.
And what I mean by that is, like, a lot of people. So, for example, when I first started doing my trainings or whatever, I did not like burpees. I did not like
Burpees.
burpees.
Oh yeah, they're
Burpees.
deadly. Yeah.
Because burpees challenges the entire body. Okay. And so I did not like burpees. Now people are like, you put burpees in everything. Because now I understand the concept of burpees and I see the results that burpees get you. And so
Mm.
I do burpees. Like burpees works everything. One of my clients, she's like, I hate push-ups. We do push-ups every workout. And
Yeah.
she hate push-ups because
Yeah.
push-ups is gonna get her the results that she's looking for in her
Mm.
arms and her chest. She's wanting these results. Normally, that thing that you hate is the thing that's keeping you from getting where you want to go. So conquer
Mm.
that, and you'll see what you're looking for.
Mm. Yeah. So true, isn't it? It's so true what you said. Like the things that people avoid the most, or the things that are painful, are the things that are going to really make you grow and really benefit you. And it's trying to switch that around so that you enjoy it, but it's just that process and that patience and that time and consistency, through doing that.
Yeah, like
And
a lot of people don't like to go inside because a lot of people
mm,
don't like to deal with themselves, you know?
yeah,
But you're going to be with you when nobody else is there. You're going to be with you throughout the time that you're here on this earth. So
mm,
deal with you. Go ahead. The 18, 20 years that you went through not dealing with yourself, just think of how much better your life would have been had you decided to take a year and say, hey, I'm going to focus clearly on me. I'm going to remove all the mess. I'm going to remove all the mind trash. I'm going to be the best me that I can be. Every day
mm,
I'm going to get up. I'm going to get cute because when you look good, you feel good, right? So I'm going to
mm,
get up. I'm going to get cute, whether I'm going to the gym or the grocery store. And then I'm going to start there. Then I'm going to read something so I can start putting stuff in my mind and so I can start thinking different, so I can start processing different. When I have conversations with people, I'm not having conversations talking about mess. Oh, girl, look at her and look at him. No, we're talking about this is what my thought process is, and this is what I like to do, and these are the people that I like to be around. And if any of that does not line up with what you have going on now, remove it. You know, just
mm,
think of how much different and how much more powerful your life would be if you were to take that time and do that. Make that
yeah,
change, align yourself, make those differences. Life would be so much better. And then we wouldn't have people walking around here looking at each other, mean mugging each other, mad at each other for no reason. I don't even know you and I'm mad at you. Like,
yeah.
that's because you're not happy with your own life. You're not
Mm,
happy with you, you know?
mm.
Man.
Yeah, it's really true what you said, and it's really crazy that some people are in that space in their mind. But it's so important what you mentioned, being self-disciplined and figuring out where you're at, what you want, what you want, what you don't want in your life, and what you initially need to do to get to that place of feeling good. Like by working out, going to the gym, or going for swimming, and just showing up and doing that, but being clear on your mindset and giving yourself the necessary things that you need that are going to benefit you, to be a better person, and feel better. And like you said, how if you work out and how you perceive yourself to look and be, is reflecting how you feel about yourself. So, just starting out and just kind of taking that step, each step at a time, um, and keep on doing that.
Because physical fitness is not just about losing weight. Because believe it or not, everybody doesn't want to lose weight when they're working out. Some people want to gain weight. Some people just want to maintain where they are. Some people just want their muscles to be where it needs to be in order to hold up their frame as they get older. You know, everybody doesn't have the same goal in physical fitness. But one thing that fitness does teach you is that if you're setting out to do something, that you can do it. You know,
Mm,
it also fitness challenges you. It gives you different challenges along the
mm,
way. I know when I started, I've been to the military. I was in the Navy and I was in the Army, and I could not do a pull up to save my soul. And we used to go out there and we used to do pull ups all the time. And they used to, assist you and show you different things. But there is a particular muscle that's along the back and the abs that has to be
Mm,
developed in order to do a pull up. And before I started training and everything, I didn't know that. Even when my trainer made it possible for me to do a pull up, right? He trained me in order to do a pull up. I was able to start doing pull ups. I still couldn't understand, well, why wasn't I able to do a pull up back then?
yeah.
We were doing the same thing. I didn't understand. But it was because once I became a certified trainer and I was studying the body and stuff, there are muscles that have to be trained in order to do the pull up, right?
Mm,
And one of those muscles is the mind that says,
mm,
I can't do a pull up. Stop saying
mm,
I can't do anything because you
mm,
can do everything.
mm,
And so I stopped saying I can't do a pull up and I started saying I'm going to do a pull up. I'm going to
mm,
do at least one pull up. I'm going to do at
mm,
least one pull up. And then my muscles started to, I started to train those muscles in order to do it. But when you change the things that you're saying in order to get the results that you're looking for, you put that
mm,
out to the universe and everything will line up to make sure that that happens for you.
mm. Yeah. No, definitely, definitely. And I think, like you said, your mind, your mind is a muscle, and like you said, the way you frame your words and your language kind of corresponds to, your life and the universe, and you have to just reframe that narrative in your head to then say I can do X, Y, Z instead of I can't. But then, with that consistency of doing it, because like you like I said, your mind is more powerful than than you think, and if you really believe in yourself to do something, then you will do it if you believe that you can. And I think, like you said, with certain muscles, there's people really need to understand how the body works and what muscles need to be working in place in order to do those certain exercises. Because you've got your abdominals, haven't you? Then is it your It's a while since I did PE, but like, is it your obliques, your dominant oblique or something like your abdominals, and there's the muscles around as well?
Your camera is messing up, Adam, and I couldn't hear you. Say it one more
Can you
time.
hear me now?
I
Can you hear me
can.
now? Yeah, I'm saying like your abdominal muscles, and is it your obliques or something like that? Your obliques, like around it. I didn't even know that.
So when you're talking about to do a pull up,
Yeah.
it's so it's the muscles like right at your rhomboid muscles, right? A lot of times people would think that in order to do pull ups, you have to use your arms, and
Mm,
depending on what grip you have, you will use your arms or whatever. But if you're doing a pull up, the correct pull up, you're
mm,
actually using your rhomboid muscles, your
yeah.
rear delts. You're using those muscles in order to help
Mm,
pull you up. If you grip it the other way, the underhand grip,
yeah.
then you're using a lot of your bicep in order to pull
Yeah.
you up. So it's just different muscles that you have to develop in order to achieve what it is that you're
Mm,
trying to achieve.
yeah. No, it's so important, isn't it? And I think I just really applaud you for everything that you do, and all the awesome work that you're doing, in helping other people to help them achieve their goals and become better in their health and fitness. And I just want to like commend you as well for all the content that you make and everything that you do and everything that you're
Oh,
about.
thank
I'm really grateful that I'm your friend and we've been able to do this. And where can people find you, like on social media, or your classes and that kind of thing?
So on all social platforms, it is Fitness by Nori, um, and that's Nori, Nori. Um, my classes are. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, my classes are on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8 p.m. at the TBF studios here in Dallas, Texas, 3711 West Camp Wisdom, 3711 West Camp Wisdom. It's also on Saturdays at 10 a.m. In the same spot. Also, I go live usually in those classes. I also offer virtual and online. If you're needing any type of assistance with your health and wellness goals, just reach out to me. If you are wanting help, we will find a way to connect. And I don't care what part of the world you're in. There is
Mm.
always there's always a way that we can assist and help. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's awesome. It's awesome. No, I think you're doing great, and I'll definitely share what you're doing as well. And
Thank
I'm
you.
really, really grateful to connect with you again, and I hope you have a lovely day. It's great talking to
Well,
you again.
Adam, I appreciate you. You are doing an amazing job. All this content that you're doing and all of these people that you are interviewing. And I'm sure that people are just loving talking to you. I told you, you always make it so easy. And it's just like having a regular conversation with an old friend, right? So I
Yeah,
appreciate you.
no, I appreciate you too, and I really appreciate all your support. And I'm really grateful to be your friend and that we can do this. And look forward to next time.
All righty then. Thank
Yeah,
you.
take care.
Bye
Take
bye.
care. See you soon. Bye.